welcome to Science eSolution. I am Manju Sharma here today again with another video tutorial. Today my topic is protein structure. It's a very important biochemistry topic, and if you want more and more video tutorials on such important topics, please subscribe onto my channel to get the latest updates. And most importantly, you will get all the important notes, means all the important points of the given video tutorial in my description box given below. So let's get started. Protein structure. Proteins are formed by amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks, or you can say monomers of proteins. So protein is the polymer of amino acids. These proteins are formed as a result of translation by our DNA. And they are held together firstly by the peptide bonds. And they have several important bonds, different bonds like hydrogen bondings and several other ionic bondings, which turn into primary structure, secondary structure, tertiary structure, and even quaternary structure. That means these bondings, they held together the protein structure such that it can go up to quaternary structure. So let's see all these structures one by one in details. The first one is the primary structure of proteins. Primary structure of proteins, it is nothing but the linear sequence of amino acids. As amino acids are the building blocks of proteins, so linear sequence of amino acids, how these amino acids are arranged linearly, they determine the primary sequence of proteins. Let us see this. This primary structure of protein, it is held together by the peptide bonds. You can see here, this is the N-terminal. This is amino acid number 1. This is its C-terminal, NH. This is amino acid number 2, C double bond O, NH. Amino acid number 3, COOH, like this. So this is the N-terminal. The first terminal is called as the N-terminal of the amino acids or of the proteins, and the last terminal is called as the C-terminal. You can see here, this is simply the primary structure of protein, in which here I have shown you 3 amino acids are arranged in a linear sequence with the help of peptide bonds. This bond, you can see this CONH, this bond is known as the peptide bond. Peptide bond. This amino acids, or you can see this primary structure of protein, is formed directly by encoding the genes. Now come to secondary structure. Secondary structure of protein, we can see here this oxygen attached to carbon and the hydrogen attached to nitrogen. They both have the ability to form the hydrogen bonds. They form hydrogen bonds in such a way that they fold this structure into different structures. And the 2 common type of secondary structures are, first one is alpha helix. Alpha helix, or you can say right like this, alpha helix, and the second one is the beta sheets. These alpha helix are the most common type of secondary structure of protein. Here, they are arranged in a spiral shape. The protein structure, which was arranged previously here in a linear sequence in the primary structure, now it forms these turns with the help of hydrogen bonding. This hydrogen bonding, local substructures of hydrogen bonding in the main polypeptide chain. That means hydrogen bonding between this oxygen and hydrogen, they get folded in such a way that they form such spiral structure, and this is called as the alpha helix. Here, the side chains, they lie on the exterior position, and the oxygen, hydrogen, and the hydrogen bonds, they lie on the interior position. Here, each turn of the helix has 3.6 amino acids in it, and it has a distance of 0.54 nanometer. This is important, that each turn has 3.6 amino acids and it covers a distance of 0.54 nanometer. This is the alpha helix. Now you can see that this hydrogen bonding, if one hydrogen bonding, it is not strong enough, but collectively all the hydrogen bonds, they are strong enough to hold this spiral structure together. Okay. Now comes the beta sheets. The main difference between the alpha helix and the beta sheets is that in alpha helix, the hydrogen bonding is formed between the same polypeptide chain. But in the beta sheets, the hydrogen bonds can be formed between the same polypeptide chains as well as between the different polypeptide chains. The structure of beta sheets is like this. Now, it can be arranged in a parallel structure like this. This is parallel beta sheet. This is C terminal. This is N terminal. This is parallel beta sheet. C N C N C N C N. This is anti-parallel beta sheet. This is anti-parallel beta sheet structure. So these are the alpha helix and beta sheets, which are the different types of secondary structures which are formed by the hydrogen bonding in the main polypeptide chain. Now, if you have understood the primary structure and secondary structure, please quickly hit on the like button and also subscribe onto my channel if you have not done it yet. Now move on to the tertiary structure. The tertiary structure of the protein is the three-dimensional arrangement of the protein. So this, up to here, we have seen that because of these hydrogen bondings and the peptide bondings, two-dimensional structure is made. Now, three-dimensional structure is made by different types of bondings. Four main different types of bondings are there: ionic bondings, hydrophobic interactions, disulfide bonds, and also different types of bonds are there, but the bonds are ionic bonds. They are not covalent bonds. So different interactions are there which make its arrangement in three-dimensional space. For example, this one, again this one. This is the beta sheet, again alpha helix, again beta sheet. This is the three-dimensional structure in the tertiary structure. Most means if in details I can say this one is the primary structure. You can see it is like this. Primary structure, a simple linear chain. Then it gets converted into like this, beta sheets. This is alpha helix and this is beta sheets. So this is secondary structure. In tertiary structure, you will see because different types of interactions, disulfide interactions, hydrophobic interactions, ionic bonds and hydrogen bonds, they are involved in the formation of this tertiary structure. So this tertiary structure is made. This one is the tertiary structure. This one is the tertiary structure. Now last one is the quaternary structure. In this quaternary structure of protein, the proteins having tertiary structures, they combine with each other. That means, for example, this one is the protein having one tertiary structure. It combines with, so let me show it here. This is one tertiary structure of protein. It will combine with protein of another tertiary structure to form a dimer. If these both combine, they will form a dimer. One more I can show, like if one more combines, means the structure should be tertiary structure of different proteins. So here I am showing one more tertiary structure is combining. Now 1, 2, 3. 3 tertiary structures are combined to form the trimers. In this manner, if 3 or 4 amino acids, or you can say 4 tertiary structures, they combine, they will form a tetramer. Hemoglobin is the best example of a tetramer. So this is all about primary structure, secondary structure, tertiary structure and quaternary structure of protein. If you have understood all these 4 structures, please quickly hit on the like button and please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.